Welcome to Coffee with Carlo, where you guys ask the questions and I sit here drinking my favorite brew and answer them. This is the first edition of Coffee with Carlo, and I am super excited because I've always wanted to do this, and I always love going for coffee. I love drinking my coffee every day, but then also I love going to cafes and catching up with friends and getting a brew and chilling out and connecting and doing all the fun things that is being social and having coffee. But now we're in isolation and I can't do that. There's no more. So I was like, why not create this where I can share with you me drinking my coffee, but then also answer any questions that you have about anything in life. Today's coffee is brought to us by Victoria Coffee, organic espresso, compatible with Nespresso machines. This is the one we used to always have at work in the office, and I think I've gotten used to it. I'm not gonna say it's the most amazing, but it's good. And I like it in my coffee. Just a note, this is not sponsored by Victoria, but if you are a coffee company out there looking to sponsor the show, so the first question is, how do I make my iced coconut long black? This is a question I get a lot, and I tag my coffee making in the morning, and a lot of people ask, I'm like, it's really simple, and really, this is how I do it. So really, all you need for this is a glass full of ice, your coffee pod, Victoria, and coconut milk, as well as a coffee machine. And fill it up just enough. I think that's about good. So enough so that there's enough for coffee to come up, but not too much so that it overfills. And we put it on the machine. Nice. Put it this way. Perfectly symmetrical, and you get all this blend happening throughout. As you can see, it's really simple. It's delicious. It has that little effect of like the grain mixture of coconut milk to coffee. But watch the magic right here. Whoa. It's now your favorite latte color, mixed. But I do like that transition at the start because it shows a good contrast between coffee and coconut milk. But if you drink it kind of that way, you're just gonna get the coffee and then just get the milk, which is, if that's what you want, awesome. But I like mixing it. So first question is, how many times per day do I drink coffee? Now, it depends on the day. Normally 1 in the morning, after my morning routine, I'll have one, and then I might have one around lunchtime, and then I normally won't have one after 3 o'clock, or I'll struggle to sleep. Hashtag caffeine feels. Only if I'm feeling really, really good and courageous, I'll have a third one, but really I don't need it. I love it for the taste. I don't really get a buzz out of it, but I do feel the effects at nighttime if I do drink a coffee later in the afternoon, so I kind of avoid it if I can. Next, we go to some questions that were from Instagram. I put it up on my Instagram. If you're not following, you know what to click, where to go. And the questions I got asked were, for this week, what is your favorite coffee order? Thank you, Mallory. Mine would be an iced long black, and if possible, a cold brew with ice. I just like cold coffee. I do like hot coffee. If it's a hot coffee, I'll get like an almond latte or an almond magic. If you don't know what that is, you haven't been to Melbourne. But I'll normally go for a cold brew or a batch brew, iced batch brew. Something about cold coffee that I really like. I remember having hot coffee one time and really burning my mouth, and I was just like, I don't like this. So, cold coffee, why not? Brooke, do you know any fellow iced long black lovers? Well, I know quite a few. There's actually quite a few of us that tag hashtag coffee with Carlo. So make sure when you're putting up a story, you put it on there, whether it's an iced long black or not. But I'd love to see it, and I will share it in this. I will share it on the video weekly. Brooke, I know you love it, and you tagged me in this morning, and it was awesome. And some unrelated coffee questions. I've got Bernadette. Are you bored staying at home because of the coronavirus? No, not at all. It's fun. It's great. I'm enjoying it a lot. No, seriously, I work from home anyway, so for me it hasn't been much of a change. Obviously not going out and being able to see people or do interviews and stuff like that is hurting and is very, very unenjoyable. But what can we do? Really, we can't control what's happening outside. We can only control inside. It's what we all have to do. We're all going through the same thing. So now it's adapt. Whereas I'm making more of these shows, I'm being more creative, I'm setting up more on my business side of everything, and there's always something to do, so I'm never bored. Next question from Bubblegum Positivity. Hey, how are you adapting your habits in response to COVID-19? I've been struggling to answer this question myself. Thanks for your feedback in advance. What a very well articulated question, by the way, from Bubblegum Positivity. How have I been adapting? Again, I work from home, so really nothing's changed for me. If anything, it's affected kind of catching up with friends or having podcast interviews. I do have a few in the bank lined up, but I am running out. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. I might have to adapt and transition into online interviews through Zoom or Skype, which is no problem at all. And in terms of everything else, I'm pretty self-sufficient at home. I didn't really leave unless I had to go see someone or do something. So everything else can be done from home. There's no change from me. And I know some people are not in that position, and that's okay. But it's something that I always, being a traveler, especially living the van life last year, was that how can I work online regardless of where I am or whatever the situation is. And this is now, it's been a good preparation for now. Question from the positive one. What is your definition of luck? 1
hour later.
Do I believe in luck? Yes, in a slight way, of that when preparation meets work, meets opportunity, then you create your luck. So luck for me is like right place, right time, but it's also those things before that. So preparation, the work, and then when opportunities come up, because there's endless opportunities every single day. If we're not prepared and haven't done the work, we're probably not going to see them or be able to then take those opportunities. So I believe that luck isn't just something that I'm lucky. I was born in this country and all that sort of stuff. I was lucky here. I'm fortunate. I'm definitely grateful and blessed, but I wouldn't say it's lucky because to get where I am right now, it's prepared. I did the work, and then all of that met the opportunities, and some opportunities I didn't take and wasn't ready for. But all that preparation and work on the inner self and the outer self then met those opportunities, which then created luck for me. Brooke again. Where's your favorite place in the world and why? I like this because there's so many different places that I like. I would say I actually really miss being in the Netherlands. So I lived there for 2 years playing soccer, and I miss being in Haarlem. But is it my favorite place? This is a tough one. I think one of my favorite places is, to be very vague, Australia. I do love Bali. I did love America. I did love South America. There's so many different places, but if I think, what are the things I really love? I love being around the people I love. I love being near nature, near beaches. And I think for me, Melbourne is actually one of those places where I'm close enough to drive, an hour, 2 hours to nature, to good beaches, but I've also got my best friends around me. So that's what makes Melbourne my favourite place. And they also know how to make coffee. Undisputed coffee capital of the world. Mariah, best trip you have ever been on? Man, my life has been a trip, but so I would say that our family trip to Spain last year was incredible to watch my brother play soccer. I'd also say when I lived in the Netherlands, like we had so many adventures, so many random times of just living life and trying to make something for ourselves. I would also say, actually, you know what? To make the one pinpoint one was probably my van life trip. Or multiple trips that I did from Melbourne all the way up the east coast of Australia I went up to Noosa was the highest that I went. And I think along the way, stopping and seeing friends, having interviews, but then also seeing all the campsites, seeing all the beaches, unreal. If you have never done the east coast of Australia, I highly recommend it. Then from Omaima, thank you Omaima. How do you stay consistent with mindset and mindfulness? Being busy with a family, I'm yearning to prioritize myself, but I feel like I have excuses. Well, I don't have a family or anyone to look after, so it's quite, I guess, easier for me. But staying consistent with mindset and mindfulness is definitely my morning routine. So my morning routine consists of mind, move, and meditation. So with my mind, it's stuff like a cold shower. So it's training my mind to be stronger. Mind is journaling. Mind is affirmations. It's doing the things that set me up for a good day. It might even be specific music to get me in a good vibration. Move is normally, whether that's a breathing technique, Kundalini yoga, it could be stretching, it could be yoga, it could be the gym, it could be a little workout, 10 push-ups, whatever it may be. I move my body, get the blood flow going. And then meditation. So I always have my 10-minute meditation in the mornings. For me, I listen to binaural beats and I can take myself through a process. For other people, they like guided meditations. I am a meditation teacher and I am on the Bloom app. So go check it out if you want to meditate. And I think that's for me, it's, even if you're busy with your life, like, yeah, I can say I'm busy. I've got 2 companies to run, a podcast and brands. So for me, it's like, yeah, I get busy as well. But if I can get my morning done, it sets up the rest of my day to be mindful, to be focused, to fill my cup. So then the rest of the day can, however busy it gets, is what happens. But I know if I take care of myself in the morning, I'm putting myself in a better position to have a better day and to feel better throughout my day. So that's it for Coffee with Carlo for this week. If you have any questions, make sure you send them in to me on the sticker when I post it on my Instagram, or DM them to me. If you've got any coffee during the week that you want to tag me in, hashtag Coffee with Carlo. My Instagram is Carlo_Cirillo, and they will be featured just like this legend Kiri right here. And until next time, stay safe, be well, be kind, and enjoy.